People, greetings and big up on yourselves on this lovely day. We thank God for life and everything. Now, today, in the program, you know, we did start the whole discussion of the Hurricane Melissa that impacted Jamaica over the past couple of days. And I did explain some things as it relates to the catastrophic insurance that Jamaica took out in 2007, what is called the Caribbean Catastrophic Risk Insurance Facility, right? I just want to go a little bit further in it because I did mention stuffs in it, and I never really go far in depth. I'm going a little bit more in depth in it, but not too much because and well, like a genius when I know everything, I don't know everything about it. But as a person who was in the insurance industry for a bit, I can understand how the principle of insurance work as it relates to that. And in closing, I want to just say some of the things that I would really like for the disbursement of the aid that people are giving, or I think or I would like to see it turn out to be, so that some people don't leave out, or some people don't get too much. But you know what? Let me kick in on it. No, the catastrophic insurance that Jamaica took out is for the rapid response in the case of disaster that a country get hit by. And in the case is Hurricane Melissa, when it passed through Jamaica and devastated the western side mostly of Jamaica. So the payout based on the insurance thing, it's normally 14 days after the impact. And why it is so quick, it is because it want the country to recover as quickly as possible. And it don't want to. The insurance company per se don't want to be the one that hold up that process. And this is how it works. It is all the insurance payout is done. It is based on it has a certain parameter that it goes by, right? In this case, it is based on the magnitude of the hurricane. And why I say that is just to explain to you that just in case a hurricane hits Jamaica, and it is a category 1 then, and the category 1 hit and it damaged Jamaica significantly, or any one of the Caribbean countries that are a participant of it. But just say Jamaica, it passed through and it gave Jamaica some significant damage, but it's a category 1. There would not be a payout of it because it is for like the most devastating sort of disaster. And just inversely, if a category 1 come hit Jamaica and damage it significantly, if Melissa had passed through Jamaica and did not do any significant damage, and I put it to the most extreme circumstance, if it passed through and did not do any damage at all, except maybe wet up the place too much, we would still get the government of Jamaica would still get a payout. Because as I said, the payout of the policy is not for the damage, it is for the magnitude of the disaster. The policy, it covers the hurricane, it covers earthquake, and it covers excess rainfall. So again, if the rain falls a lot and it don't flood the place too much because we drainage system proper and good, still get the payout, because it's not about the flooding or the disaster, it's about the magnitude of the disaster. Hope you get that. Now in this case, now as I said, it passed through and it did some damage, but it was a category 5 hurricane. Now why the government of Jamaica did this was, based on my reading, is in 2004 when Ivan hit Jamaica, it did some damage, some serious damage. And then afterwards, when Jamaica found out about this thing here, they say, that they're not going to make it pass, because when disaster hit the country, it set back the country away, where they have to go in their coffers and for do some repairs, and sometimes it take a while because the country they tied up in some debt, or they tied up in some other obligations. Now when you have this set up now, they go straight to the money and straight to the work, and that is why the recovery process in the past couple of years for Jamaica is so great and significant, because previous to this they had what the one last year was Hurricane Beryl, and you have a tropical the Hurricane Zeta and Ita. I think these hit Jamaica 2020, and Jamaica got some payout. I at that time never really to know about it, but I know now because I realized okay, I need to read some more, and I read some more, and I found out why. So in the case of St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, and Montego Bay, the payout will be made like 14 days after the disaster. So what the government do is go around and look at the disaster that takes place, and they do their assessment. And from the assessment, they can know where to disperse more or where to disperse less, and make sure the thing goes according to plan. So this is what is taking place down in the western side of Jamaica. And let me not even go any further without sending my sympathy and showing my solidarity by wearing my colors of my country in the video, because I know the devastation that the people are facing. And we're not go around that. Okay, now I explained that to you, and let me just finish up the part of insurance. How insurance work as an underwriter? Let me give a quick run in it, because a lot of people sort of see insurance as a scam or a thief, especially when the insurance vehicle and so forth. It is a pool of in this case we say people putting together funds, right? And they put the funds together, and from that funds or the pool of funds, anybody get me demise from that pool, the pool supposed to indemnify, and we use that word because that's insurance term, to put you in the place that you were before you lost. So from the pool, the money goes to you. When you talk about like vehicle insurance, so let me go this because that is sort of most relatable than anything else. A man buying car insured. The car don't value much. But when doing the car, he put a lot of like sound system in it. A lot of this and a lot of, especially soup up the engine and all of them works there. Now the car crash. The car value, for argument's sake, 9,000 US. But because of the things them that in the car, it make the car value like 20, because that's some of the best speakers and some of the best. So the car will not be, you won't pay the 20,000 for the car because that's not what it value. So if you soup up your car too much, it don't really add value to the car itself and necessarily to a man on the street. It's for the value of that car, market value. Yes, there's some more in it, but boy, I might have to do another video to explain a full runnings of how the insurance thing goes, especially as it relates to car. But I just get that on the broad brush. So in this case now, Jamaica supposed to put themselves in the position as they were before they lost, with a little bit more technical sense in it. Okay? All right. What I don't want for the country is, all right, when we look at the humanitarian aid that are coming in, right? There are a lot of people taking in stuffs, foodstuffs, toiletries, utensils, the whole works. Now, we don't want to repeat what happened in Haiti a couple of years ago, repeat itself here. And let me tell you what happened to Haiti, if in case you never know. When Haiti went through that devastating earthquake a couple of years ago, there was a outpouring of help to go down there. People they took a lot of stuffs to ensure that Haiti is set back. And I mean, it was heartwarming to throughout the world to see what took place. So a lot of emotion got involved. Now, what happened now is that when everybody got down there with their stuffs, they weren't what we call a command post set up for a disbursement of stuffs. It's just people just willing to contribute, willing to do good. But because it wasn't structured, so many things got out of hand. Some people don't get stuffs. Some people get too much. Some things spoil. Some people thief up the money. Some people thief up the goods. The whole 9 yards. And I put it down to the proper fixing of the infrastructure or to ensure that there are defined areas that things need to go. So if you have the site or the sites that they're supposed to have there, say, okay, are the food products supposed to be in that tent number 5, only food products. And everything from the food products are distributed from tent 5. And you have people doing their inventories and auditing and so on from tent 5. You won't have nobody on a tent 7 and tent 8, so people are go all over the place. So everybody knows that tent 5 is that. When it comes to like the toiletries and the sanitized stuffs, you go to tent 6. And when you go to the liquid stuffs, you go to tent. So everything is set up in a structured way so it can be dispersed equally. So if people are doing even delivery, then we'll say go to tent 5 where all of the food products are and go to tent 6 where all of the toiletries and so on. You don't have a whole mix up because the emotion is so high down in the western side. People want to help so much. People want to do so much. People want to ensure that people get quick recovery. It can, to be honest, cause a disaster. And we don't want that to happen. We don't want it to happen. What good happen with especially JPS, why Jamaica get such a quick recovery pan some of the light bill them, say light bill, some of the electricity restored was because, what's her name, McCollum, the director of JPS, they had people come down long before the hurricane hit. So they know that as the hurricane goes up, as Melisa goes and take away herself out of Jamaica and find one another man yard. Them have people come in and start work. So the disaster don't prolong itself too long. So we know say adequate planning ahead of time was done. But we are talking about in terms of getting the things out the way fast and fixing places and so forth. I don't know the planning or it work, and we are say I hope that planning there centralized and not decentralized. Because if it decentralized, when you have like 5 geniuses in a one area, to be honest, genius them, but it can cause chaos because everybody don't think the same. And you can have 5 different way of doing things and none of them are wrong. But you need system. And if a thing runs systematically and chronologically, properly, then it should be a seamless process. And that is what I really and truly hope, that good governance and good leadership and good hands and heart goes together and ensure that this thing runs smooth. And we expect this maybe should last in terms of like the cleanup, not the recovery. Maybe up next 2-3 weeks for the cleanup. The recovery is always a longer period, right? So what, people? I think I said a lot. I have some more to say about this issue here, but for now, I'll leave it here. Contribute to it and let me know what you think and how you think this process to go, put your advice, and here, solidarity for Jamaica. What you say there? Big up yourself. Jamaica, we must rise. Peace.